Yo, B Marsh Boxing, man. This the final joint I'm doing for tonight. Final video, man. I've been doing videos of boxing since for like 12 hours today. Now, I exaggerated. Let me say about maybe 7 to 8. Let's hear this decision right quick. Let me hear this decision. 116, 112. 118, 110. 119, 109. Man, This Sicario, three different division weight champion. Hey man, I gotta eat my crow, man. You see, I got caught up in fundamentals. Who's more the technically sound boxer versus the guy who's awkward and does everything wrong. And the guy who does everything wrong showed this the fight game. Styles make fights. This guy couldn't get really past his jab all night. And man, he laid the smackdown, man. He laid the smackdown, man. Valdez went out on his shield though. Real talk. Valdez went out on his shield, man. Big up to both fighters. Man, this guy Emmanuel Navarrete be in wars and his face look like he's just came out of getting a facial. You know? He don't look like he been in a fight. This was a very good fight, very long anticipated, man. What a fight, man. You see, I've been a fan of Navarrete. I picked Navarrete to lose this fight. But man, I told y'all in my breakdown and prediction, I do enjoy watching this guy way more than I do like Valdez watching. And really and truly, I was kind of rooting for the guy, man, because at least this guy's not a PD abuser or a PD cheat. You know, Valdez laid the smackdown, man. Chepo Reynoso or Eddie Reynoso, your guy got handed his ass to him. But no shame in his game. The guy ain't quit. He just fought a guy who's just bad. He's bad for everybody, man. This guy's style is bad for everybody, man. You know, this guy don't even look like he been in a fight. I'm gonna get into my scorecard in a bit. Hold tight. I'm just here marveling at this guy. What a fight. He's there with Marco Antonio Barrera and Eric El Terrible Morales. They gave him a top rank jacket that kind of got the Mexican colors, got red, white, and green on it, and some black on it too. It's a nice looking jacket. Hey man, this guy's like a Sicario from wherever he from, man. From Sinaloa. I don't know if he from Sinaloa or like my man Julio Cesar Chavez. What they used to say, from Jalisco, Mexico. I don't know, man. But this guy is dangerous, man. He was dangerous when he put paws on the man Isaac Dog Bay Dogs. His style is just that leaping left uppercut is too much. It's too much, and that's what did the damage tonight. That's what actually busted up this man Valdez's eye. What a fight! Now we don't need a rematch. That's what we're not gonna do. What we don't need is a rematch. Now the man E-Man came out with the jab, Emmanuel Navarrete, pumping out the jab from the get-go, you know what I mean? Then he occasionally had a couple leaping left hooks in there. You already know, left uppercut, chopping right hand, sent the man Valdez onto the ropes, you know what I mean? And that was the best punch of that round. That was a round one. I gave it to E-Man, Emmanuel Navarrete. Why they still got Valdez in the ring? Valdez should go to the hospital. We've had a lot of Mexican rivalries in boxing. This one here was kind of similar to fellas like Salvador Sanchez and Danny Little Red Lopez. You know what I mean? Danny Little Red Lopez would be equivalent to Oscar Valdez, cause yeah, he's Mexican, but he's more like American. He speaks English. He's more like I guess what they would call a gringo. But them fellas, Emmanuel Navarrete is from the soil. You know what I mean? He's from Mexico. Viva Mexico, Cabrones. You know, them fellas is from like Salvador Sanchez was from the land. You know what I mean? Hey man, I enjoyed this fight. Let me keep going, man. Give you out my scorecard, man. Round two was a close round, though. You know, Valdez was coming forward, blocking punches, had good defense, you know. And actually, in this particular fight, really and truly, Valdez, you know, he had a better defense, but this guy's throwing 1,000 punches total or more for the fight, man. In rounds, he's throwing 128 punches. And there's times in the round he's starting off slow, like he's not even really in it, just going through the motions. Then all of a sudden he's throwing 4 to 5 punch combinations every 5 seconds or less. That's what Valdez just couldn't handle that punch output, man. The punch output, he wasn't the most accurate. I'm pretty sure, Valdez's percentages as far as accuracy were way higher than the man Navarrete. But them fellas is just throwing mad power punches and just big bombs and combinations. He's a tough dude to beat, man. So like I said, round two was a close round. Valdez was coming forward, blocking punches. He lands a couple big left hooks before the round ends. Round three, Eman with his awkward left uppercuts and right hands in the clinch. Yeah, I mean, he had a nice right hand in the clinch. Unlike Barrera and Morales, there wasn't no clinching in their fights. This joint, I'm not saying they clinched all night. Don't get it twisted. No. Even if they clinched 3 times, that's fair. That's fine. But I'm just saying they clinched as opposed to Morales and them. They didn't clinch at all. You know what I'm saying? And what you call it? Them fellas, Emmanuel Navarrete had a beautiful left uppercut and the right hand in the clinch, you know what I mean? And then he threw a nice left uppercut. Valdez was trying to use footwork to try to get on the inside, but he was having some success, but not enough, you know what I mean? Round four, Valdez lands a couple left hooks, you know what I mean? But Eman is landing his left uppercut and straight right hands, and he puts the man on the ropes. And Valdez tried to rally at the end of the round, but his rally was halted by that left uppercut and straight right that threw the man back on the ropes. Round five, Valdez, it was his best round of the fight. He started with the body shots, and then he started bobbing and weaving, bending his knees, throwing the big left hooks, straight right hands. He was timing them, setting traps. And unfortunately for him, he couldn't stick to that game plan. Not because he couldn't do it, because he just the guy in front of him would not allow him to keep doing that. You know. Round six, Valdez is setting traps, left and right hooks to the body, left hook. He's jabbing off the hook, getting on the inside, throwing the left hook to the body. Looks like the man, what's his name, is slowing down. But little do we know, them fellas kind of fucked his hand up. Excuse my language. He messed his hand up. Yeah, round seven, Navarrete's left hook and he throws a left hook to the body and then a left hook to the head because the man, Oscar Valdez, got a high guard and he's looking for openings for his left hook. Navarrete's combinations, though, although he's getting caught too, but he's throwing more combinations, Now Valdez is not letting his hands go. He's maybe landing 1 or 2 big shots, right? But the man Navarrete is letting his hands go throwing combinations. I mean, you check it. So, what round were we in? I think round seven. I'm sorry, round eight. Round eight I think that was a close round. It was a close round. Round eight, yeah, it could have gone either way. Navarrete's boxing, you know what I mean? He's boxing, like kind of like how he did in the first round behind his jab, but the pace is favoring the man Valdez, you know what I mean? Because Valdez is bobbing and weaving, trying to get on the inside, throwing his left hook. You know what I'm saying? So I gave that particular round to Valdez. Valdez is in round 9. He got the high guard and he's looking for the lead right hands or his left hook. You know what I mean, or body shots. But the man, what you call it, Emmanuel Navarrete, you could see he's favoring his right hand. He's shaking his right hand every time he throws a punch. And actually, he hurt his knuckle. I don't know if he broke his knuckle, but he definitely hurt his knuckle. And it looked like it started probably from like around round 7. You know what I mean? When he started slowing down. You know, round 10, Valdez' eye is swelling up. You know, his right eye from all them left uppercuts and left hooks. You know, them leaping left uppercuts, lead left uppercuts, mind you. His eyes closed and it's swelling up. You know, Navarrete is now going to that uppercut jab, trying to close that eye even some more. You know what I mean? Valdez is landing some big right hands or even landing big left hooks, but it's not enough because of the activity. Round 11, Oscar having a hard time closing the distance because he's throwing one punch at a time, his eyes closing, while the man E-Man is throwing combinations. And I gave the man Navarrete all the championship rounds, you know what I mean? You know, the man outworked him. And basically, that's how he won the fight. He outworked the man Valdez. Point blank, period. You know what I mean? I had him winning this fight 8 rounds to 4. Very good victory for the man Valdez. Excuse me, Navarrete. Now, you know, a lot of us, we seen what happened to the man uh, Navarrete in his last fight versus that Liam Wilson guy. That guy wasn't experienced. That guy came into that fight with like 13 wins and 1 loss already. And he floored the man, Navarrete. Navarrete looked like ass in that fight. Navarrete is also a guy who's not always, Navarrete probably might be really and truly, he really might be a welterweight. I'm not saying he's a weight bully. I'm just saying he's not a guy who's ripped or anything. You know what I mean? He don't got the ripped physique. You know, he doesn't even really and truly. I don't think he prepared for the Liam Wilson fight at all. Yeah, I mean, he looked like he had the kind of love handles in that fight. You know what I mean? But regardless of the fact he looked bad in that fight, moving up in weight, here he is fighting this guy Valdez, who's been a former champion in this division. But the height and the reach and the punch, the workout rate, the punch output, he outworked the man. You know what I mean? And congratulations to him. You know what I mean? And it looked like it was a lively event over there in what's it? What they call it? Glendale, Arizona. And really and truly, man, those fans they put on a good show. They was very enthusiastic because they got a hell of a fight in front of them. You know what I mean? Mando Solo, what's going on, big man? He's in the chat. What's going on? G says salute, bro. Navarrete just outworked Valdez. Facto. Valdez just ain't it, bro. He is pretty big. He barely made weight this fight and barely moved up. Yeah, man, that guy probably got an opportunity. He's already a three-weight champion. I think he could go up to as high as maybe even 147. I mean, I'd like to see a fight with him and Tank. Why not? I mean, Tank is always brings guys up from featherweight, super bantamweight, junior lightweight, 130, 126. Hey, man, let's make a big super fight with the Sicario from Mexico versus Tank Davis, man. I wouldn't mind seeing that. Why not? B-March Boxing, big ups to everybody in the chat. Please hit the thumbs up on your way in and on your way out. If you're new to the channel, please share and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.